Welcome in, Renegades. And today is going to be a huge update because I have a lot of stuff to go over from Nashville. And crypto will never be the same after this, and especially the internet computer. I went to several different side events. I was at the Bitcoin conference, like outside talking to people. And it was just an amazing experience. And a lot of the things that happened there are going to shape this next bull market. And I'm going to let you in on some of those things. As you know, in the last bull market, NFTs were the biggest thing in crypto. And this time it's going to be Bitcoin, runes, ordinals, and stuff like that. So we're going to see that market absolutely grow. And the internet computer is doing it a lot different than a lot of other blockchains. They're doing it in more of a technical way. And the projects are building really big that are on here. And I just think that more Bitcoin layer 2s are going to start building on ICP. I was at the CKB event as well called Friends of Bitcoin, and they were talking about all these layer 2s built on Bitcoin, and I was able to talk to a lot of the teams there and like tell them a little bit about ICP as well, because they'd show me their project and then we'd talk and I'd show them my project as well. So thank you guys for coming in. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't. I'm going to be giving you some of the biggest updates going into this bull market. You guys are going to follow me while we see ICP 25x from here. I really believe that we're going to hit about, $250 this cycle at the very top. I think 250 is going to be the max, and I want you guys in on this journey with me. So let's get into what happened in Nashville. I want to share part of my experience with you guys, and then I'm just going to talk to you about it a little bit. But bear with me here because this is kind of hard to share these photos. So this photo was at an Airbnb after all of the Bitcoin Nashville. I was able to meet Blockchain Boy Lucas. I was able to meet the other Lucas, he's really cool. I was able to meet Aaron Brimser, and like we just all instantly became boys. And like it was really cool. And I got to meet Railman here, and of course Mike is there in Meta. But we had so much fun here, guys. But we worked really hard during the day. So this was us after hours, still representing ICP on a big scale. And so I really believe that this community needs more people, guys. If you're into ICP, come hang out with us at these events. Yes, there's a lot of conferences and stuff, and we work our butts off during the day. But at night, we go out, we have fun, we hang out. And especially this group, if you're into like going out and doing stuff, we're the group. It's actually funny how I met up with them. I didn't even know everybody was coming. And I had just left the CKB side event for Friends of Bitcoin. We'll get into that later. And I was walking in Nashville. I just wanted to check out the bars and like maybe, go get some drinks, maybe buy a girl a drink or something. And walking down the street, I just run into Meta here, the guy all the way right here. That's Meta Owl. And I was like, no way. Like it took me a second to register that it was really him. And then everybody else came up. And it was the best thing that happened to me during that trip. Meeting up with these guys. I just had a blast. But let's go over what actually happened here. But you're going to have to bear with me because like I said, I believe it's this way. Okay. So this is outside of the Bitcoin conference in Nashville. And this guy on the left here in the window shirt, left for me, I'm not sure what it is for you. He was part of a team. Now I ran into Shill Gates there, Windowge 98, of course. And I really love that project. And Shill's a really good person. What's up, Foxfire? Good to see you guys. So basically, they were out there handing out T-shirts and an airdrop card with 1 to 100 EXE in it. And what you had to do is just join open chat, and then you get a T-shirt, and you would get that airdrop card. And I got 40 EXE myself. So how tall am I? I am 5'7". I'm a lot shorter in person, but I'm buff as heck, so I guess that makes up for it. I could be a bodybuilder. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so this was cool. And this is my Michael over here on the right. He is from the US. He lives in China. And we're boys now. Like, he's building a Bitcoin layer 2 project. And he's going to be going to more events too. So I met a new friend here, and we're keeping in touch. So these networking opportunities are probably going to be on the channel to talk about his project. And that's an IC Lighthouse shirt. I don't know how many people actually got these. I think I'm one of the very few that did. I got to talk to the IC Lighthouse people, and I'm going to go more into that in detail in a minute. I just want to go over these photos. And then it was just so fun, guys. Now this one, right? So I want to explain what happened here. This whole event was just meant to be. Everything that happened was meant to be. Like running into Meta Owl and Mike and the whole group. And then the last day after Mike and everybody left, I was still there because my flight didn't leave till 10. And I wanted to hang out, in Nashville and talk to Bitcoin people. And so I was walking down the road. The road was closed. As you see these horses in the background, there was a protest over here. And so I was on the other side of the street over here where this guy is. And I was just walking, going to another side event is where I was going to network more. And I have some more stories to tell you too. It was amazing. But I was walking over here and I saw this guy over here with this sign. And I was like, no way, that's Win Doge 98. What are they doing out here? I knew they would like put, some like those things that they put for voting in the ground. And I knew they had like some signs that people were holding, but I didn't know they were still out there doing it. So I was like, oh shit, let me go over there, see what they're doing. And so what ended up happening is I went over there, started talking to this guy. And then the guy who did it, Robert, the guy who hired everybody, made the signs, made the T-shirts, he was over there, and I got to talk to him. So we're going to be thinking about doing some stuff for ICP Renegades and getting some cool merchandise for our holders, especially when the game comes out. We're going to be giving out a lot of stuff, and we're going to go to events and maybe do the same kind of thing, like give a T-shirt out and an airdrop card for Renegade tokens or whatever. But the whole point of this story is I went over there, started talking to him, and then Robert came up. And so I don't know how it happened, but I all of a sudden started handing out T-shirts and being on the team, not officially on the team, but supporting the team, volunteering. And so I got a bunch of people to sign up on Open Chat, get their wallets. It was just really cool. It was meant to be. So I hung out there for a while. And Shield EXE, even though I'm not getting paid, I don't care. I like that project, and I like the founder. So now this is Friends of Bitcoin. This event happened on the 25th, the day before Chain Fusion. And so they were talking all about their different Bitcoin layer 2s on CKB. And after I left this event, they had an open bar, they had a barbecue. It was really cool. You get so much free stuff. I had a whole bag. This bag, oh man. This bag, Chain Fusion Day, filled to the brim with free merch and swag. It was freaking awesome. I got so many different things from all of these different events. I got my CKB shirt. I got all my Chain Fusion. I got so much stuff at Chain Fusion Day, though. It's crazy. So let's see what else we got here. And this is Nervape. I was talking with this project. They have an NFT right here that is a basically real world asset, and the NFT is based on this. So it's pretty cool. And they're thinking about having an NFC chip in it. And I'm going to get these guys on the channel too, but hold on. Now I got to go see. Let me remove this for a second. Where is the Chain Fusion picture? Well, I can't find the Chain Fusion picture, but thank you. Yes, I'm glad you're here on the live too. Guys, thanks for supporting me all these years. I just got a possible really good job opportunity that's going to be paying double what I make now. So I'm possibly going to be starting to live very comfortably if the job goes through. I'm just waiting for my internet to arrive here. Like, I'm using the house internet because I live with 5 roommates who are all pretty cool. But I need to get a direct line set up for my PC for this job. And I'm going to announce it. And I'm probably going to play. It's a video game. Let's just say I'm building a game. There's a project that got a $3 million grant, and they're getting another $500,000 grant for a game. And they want me in the project basically as an in-game chat moderator. And it pays really, really good. And then I want to talk to him about possibly a grant on ICP. So this could be a really good thing for not only me, but bringing an already established game that's built on Polygon and is going to be on Arbitrum over to the internet computer. And I could possibly find out how that they got those giant grants on Polygon. I need to look into Polygon for our grants. So there's some amazing opportunities that happen at these places. I was hoping if I just put enough work in, somebody would see the value of what I bring and they would want to hire me for a really, really good job. And that's what happened. So support me, guys. I'm going to keep making content even when I'm making, pretty decent money. Even if I never get another Dfinity grant, ICP is my home. My people, as you saw, we hung out for like days straight. It's the place that I belong, man. I just want more of you that I see. I want to see El Chingon in person. I want to see Rob, Technologic in person. I want to see Muggsy in person. Like all of these people, like I got to meet Bob Bodley. I got to meet Easy Steve. I got to meet a representative from IC Lighthouse, and they're going to come on the channel. Who else did I meet? I got to meet Kyle Langum. Really nice dude. Really, he seems like a family man. He kind of gave me shit when I first saw him, which was very funny. He's like, dude, what happened? Weren't you missing some teeth or something? And I was like, oh damn, he just came with the smoke. I thought it was kind of funny though. I don't take offense to that. I thought it was cool. Kyle's cool. I got to see Jennifer Tran again. I got to see Pedro. I got to meet Javi from ICP Hubs, Jennifer Trans from Dfinity. I got to meet Jesse Wright's Crypto from Dfinity. Guys, you need to come here. Foxfire, I've never even heard your voice, man. I just want to meet you guys and really get into some of this cool stuff. So let's get into some news, and then I'm going to get into the charts, guys, because what is happening in the charts right now? Crypto will never be the same, though. Before I get over there, with Donald Trump talking about Bitcoin being the reserve for America, I don't think that is just going to be all of the Bitcoin that was taken, which is what people are saying. I think what is going to be happening is the Democrats right now, they supposedly might be selling Bitcoin that America holds. But him firing Gary Gensler if he wins, him being pro-crypto, all of these things are long-term bullish. Now, you don't get those big $1 million spikes with long-term bullish until it, comes into more clarity of what they are going to do. Right now, it's just talk. The price kind of went up with that news a couple months ago with Trump. And so I really believe that the end of the year, we're going to see ICP somewhere around that $44 range. That is when I first bought into ICP, and I believe by December, we're going to hit that target. And then by next year, summer, or a little after, I'm selling all of my crypto, all my ICP, all my CKP, all my Jasmy, every single crypto that I have is going to be sold because I have learned, because I've been part of the market, and I'm going to follow that strategy 100%. I'm going to actually tell you guys when I'm selling, I'm going to get a tax lawyer, figure out, or a tax CPA, whatever I need to get all of my profits, get the most of them. They're going to be long-term gains, which is cool. So I don't have to pay a 40% gain. So if you guys are buying in the market right now, just think that you need to hold your crypto for possibly more than a year in order not to pay that 40% capital gains tax in America. So you need to understand that. And maybe they will not ban all non-custodial wallets, because if they ban all non-custodial wallets, that's something Trump was talking about, and he said we will have the right to have our own wallets. And that is very important for crypto, because what are we going to custody them on Coinbase when all of these exchanges keep going down and the market is so volatile and we don't even know if an exchange is going to last through the next bear market or bull market, really, even, because they could have so much money going through and misappropriate funds, and then boom, they run out of money when everything's good. So let's get into some news now. I just wanted to share my trip with you. It was, I mean, I literally had to recover from my vacation over here. Let's see. Okay. So oh, what just happened here? It reset on me. I guess Lomesh Duda is going to be at Blockchain Live 2024 in Dubai. That's actually where the company that I'm possibly getting the job is out of, is Dubai. Lomesh Duda actually liked one of our ICP Renegades posts once. I was trying to get Dominic Williams' attention with our GTR game, and Lomesh Duda liked it. So that's cool. A lot of the people at Dfinity support us with our project. You know, Jennifer Tran has been so helpful with everything, from trying to get me promotion. It didn't work out because we ran out of cycles. People put like, you know, $1,000 into Renegade token, and then the game ran out of cycles, and it just, anyway, we're going to make sure things run very, very uncompromised in the future. We're going to be paying attention to those cycles. We have some new things for the game, but I want to talk about this. Multi-chain DeFi just became more accessible. The University of Mexico has launched a pilot program that enables students to pay with CKBTC in various stores within their universities. So this to me is really bullish, that they are allowing students to pay with ChainKey Bitcoin, which is a digital twin of the of Bitcoin on the internet computer, and it has minuscule to zero gas fees. So this is really cool. That's how they're able to use this even without the Bitcoin Lightning Network. You don't need that because the internet computer is a Lightning network of its own. I don't know why they don't ever say that. So Bitcoin Lightning Network is more expensive and it takes longer than the internet computer does. So I would say that the internet computer is a Lightning network that has a Lightning network built in. Just like I say, it has a firewall built in, and it also has cloud storage built in. And technically it's not built in, it's just one of the key features that it doesn't get hacked, you can't get malware, stuff like that. But I like to attribute those common known properties for this amazing technology. So that's pretty cool, I thought. So wait, what do we have here? Did it do? Okay, cool. So I wanted to talk about Chain Fusion. I was here, I actually recorded this speech. You have Samuel from Dfinity right here. You have Bob Bodley right here. I thought he was going to be like super like nerdy and smart, and he is smart, but like he's super goofy too. Like I like Bob. I wasn't expecting him to be like as goofy as he was. That it made it like a lot easier to meet him. So Bob Bodley's cool. We have the Bitfinity team right here. We have Omnity Network, which is a Bitcoin layer 2. And then we have the representative from IC Lighthouse over here. So this was pretty cool to be live at, just to see what these guys are doing, talk about Chain Fusion and what they're really doing to bring that liquidity from Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other chains into the internet computer with a focus on Bitcoin, because it was the Bitcoin conference, right? So we're going to cut these videos way down now. I think we're going to do like 30-minute videos. I wanted to look at this. As long as we're under 100 million, we're not going to be moving big to the upside. I do still predict a nice move in August. It didn't happen in July like I wanted it to, but I'm still predicting a big move in August to the upside. So it all depends on Bitcoin. That's the thing. is I'm really expecting Bitcoin to be bullish. But when big money comes in the market, Trump comes out and talks about Bitcoin, it is an opportunity to dump on retail, shake out the weak hands, get a little bit of your liquidity into their pockets, and start, pumping the price down, and then we'll have a big recovery. So it's a black swan event. They like to use. That's why I always say there's three things my charts are telling me. All right, hold on. Listen to me for a minute, because I want to explain this so you understand when I make a prediction. So when I am on the charts and I'm telling you that we're going to pump in August, this is based on purely technical analysis, where the price that we're going to go to, when we are going to pump. And there's two other things that you need to look out for in order to understand if the price is going to do what the charts say. You need to know the news. That's the very first thing. And then you need to know about the fundamentals or the ecosystem. So what happened is the charts were telling me it's going to go up, late July, early August. And we did have a little pump in July, like I said, but not like we should have. Okay, we should have went to $15. My first prediction, the pump in July, the dump in June, the pump in July, was absolutely correct, because there was no really big news that affected us to the downside. Now, we can attribute some of that to Trump being pro-crypto, but I'm more thinking that it was time in the market for a recovery. So then we come into July, we start pumping, the Bitcoin conference happens, and the price, kind of dumps leading up to it and after it. So when I'm giving you these predictions, or it's just analysis, prediction works better for the algorithm, it's an analysis of the charts, I have to also take a second to remind you that this is based on the news and the ecosystem. The ecosystem is doing beautifully. There was a lot of connections made at Chain Fusion Day, but the news kind of screwed us with the pump and then the dump after that. So let's get into the charts, see what's happening here. Here, I'm going to actually move that. All right. I haven't looked at the charts for a minute. It's nice to just have your long-term holdings and you don't really care about short-term price action except to buy more crypto. But the biggest indicator, and this is what I was telling you, we needed to close above this, right? But now it's 1042. At the time, it was somewhere around 1071 and 1058, between those two. And as you see down here on the RSI, we failed to get a breakout above that. So it was kind of like what we saw here before the big move. Right? We kind of touched it, got rejected. I mean, we went a little bit above it, but I don't consider that an actual. We need like 2 weeks above that and to get above this EMA right there for the last 20 weeks. And this is the most important indicator. We are sitting at 45.30. We are 1.21 points below the average volume. And as you see, that's why I was telling you, we need to see this volume get over 100 million and sustain that at least for a couple of weeks, or at least a good week with 100, 200, 300 million. And we're going to start moving to the upside. Now we are number 25. We're moving down in rank in the short term. But that's not an issue right now, especially with all the Bitcoin layer 2s that are building and all of the things that are happening crypto wide. So if we want to analyze the charts here, let's give you some price targets, because that's been missing out of my videos. This is a rollover. This is not a very healthy sign. We could see ICP, I don't even want to say that, move back down to like this $8 range, $8.21. There is a possible move. As you see, my indicator says when we're bullish, and then when we turn bearish, if we get 3 candles consecutive in one direction and then we break that EMA, then we are going to continue that trend for the almost every time I've seen it. As you see, boom, this one broke up above that. So sometimes it doesn't even take a candle, but as you see, when we get above that, boom, we start to move to the upside. So this EMA with this price percentage difference is going to tell us. Now price targets, we're looking at 821. I mean, there is a possible move back down to 750. I don't see that happening. not with $78 million in volume. If that volume gets under 50 million, we could definitely see a big move to the downside, because when they put volume in, big sell volume, when there's not a lot of volume, they can really push the price down, as we saw when they pushed the price all the way down. And this is what happens when the liquidity starts to run out, or the volume starts to run out. We get these big moves, we get some volume, then the volume dwindles, and then this can be a move to the upside or the downside, depending on market sentiment. So if we see a prolonged move to the upside with the rest of the market, including Bitcoin or any altcoins with Ethereum, we are going to see this move very, very nicely to the upside. Now on the daily, we did need to reset. The good thing about this, us going down, is it brought this average price kind of down, or this average volume, and this RSI is sitting about 47. So we could have a nice move to the upside to like $20 well before we start to really move, and we could sustain up in here on the daily for a while. So things are looking good. Now if we move to the upside, this is going to be a big level to get above 971, since we broke down below that level. If we can, we're possibly going to be seeing 938, and we're possibly going to be seeing 971. Unless this breaks down, then we could, see it really start to go back to these previous levels here. Let's see, what else am I seeing here? We had this falling wedge breakout. So this is kind of bullish, as you see this long-term falling wedge. We had this breakout, and we had it come all the way back up to here. And we do have a cup and handle. So this could be actually pretty bullish all the way down here, and we could see it, come back up and test these levels at 937 and at 971, with this big area being at 1066. And on the weekly, we need to get above 1042. So if we can get above 1042, we are going to turn it around on the entire week. That is what's going to be bullish. And this cup and handle doesn't look as good on the week, but on the daily, that is a textbook cup and handle. It hasn't gone all the way to the bottom of the cup, so it hasn't even gone down to the bottom of this part of the cup. So this looks pretty bullish to me with this falling wedge breakout. We have price targets all the way. Oh, hold on. We have price targets all the way up to $18 at the top of the wedge. Okay, and then with the cup and the handle, we could see this 1060 area. And then even a move up to this $12 range. And then who knows what could happen there. We could have some sort of an inverse head and shoulders that could be forming out. This being the left shoulder, even if we do go down, have another head right here, and then a shoulders and move to the upside. So there's a lot that could happen. Now for the downside, that's the good news. There's not a whole lot of bearish technicals right now. I would even say we have another falling wedge right here in the shorter term. Okay, so this could be bullish, and look where the bottom of this wedge could be. Anywhere from 862 all the way down to like this 820 area, depending when we're going to either bounce off of that or move up to the upside. So I'm really going to be watching this trend line right here. This trend line is going to tell us whether ICP, if you want to know, like this one's important at 880, whatever, 888. Right here, because we're kind of holding that as support, but this is the most important one right here. And if we break down below this, we're going to 821 and then a possible 750. So go onto the charts, take this daily and write this trend line, and you can see, or if it breaks below in the next day or so 850 and closes below, or in the next, by the 4th, 841, if we close below that, it is going to go down to this 820 area. for sure. And if we break out of this, I see a move to this 991 right here, and then a possible move back to the top of this wedge. So we have this nice falling wedge breakout right here. We have this nice cup and handle that's saying that we could move to the upside. We have this falling wedge over here that says, you know, whichever thing is going to happen, we know exactly if it breaks out above this point, we're possibly going to this point and above. And if it breaks below this point, we are going to go to this point or below. So that's really good for futures trading. Buying, if you're looking to get a good buying opportunity, I would say don't wait. Not financial advice, but at 896, ICP is a steal right now. And that's why I'm not selling. I have a bunch of ICP unlocked. I could just get out and be like, no, I'm done with ICP. And it also looks like this could possibly, now I see it. Now here, let's just get rid of everything. I see another really bullish thing in the charts right now. And I'm hoping that this plays out because this could be very, very bullish for ICP. Okay, especially when I said we're getting into August. I really think there's going to be a nice pump coming soon. And I could be wrong, but don't let me scare you out right now because I'm looking at a bull flag right here. Okay, so we have this bull flag, which means we could be bullish, and that could bring us all the way back up here. And look, so it could be that this falling wedge, there might be even another one right here. Okay, so, or even this trend line, a breakout of this trend line could bring us all the way back up to the top of this right here. So we could really be seeing a move to 1230, $13, and $13.50 with my August prediction without the news that happened. So I really think ICP is super bullish. Let's just look at the CFGI real quick, then we'll take some questions and comments and just chat with the homies a minute. So 4-hour neutral, we haven't really seen the fear and greed index be on greed in a very, very long time. So this is good that it's starting to get neutral. The whales are very positive right now, which has been something we have seen them very negative in the past. So this to me is very bullish for ICP. Let's look at the daily because this is going to be the most important one. Okay, 48 still. And the whales are neutral on the daily. So on the short term, they are bullish on ICP right now. So we could see a move back up to that trend line. And if we do get a move back up to this trend line, as we see, you see we've tested this one. Look at that. This trend line that I drew perfectly. We've tested that. And then we got rejected back under this EMA. So it's going to be very important to get above 920. And if on the short term, on the 4-hour, these whales start to get bullish instead of neutral, it says they're very positive right now. So I'd like to see a move to the upside. We did turn red for 3 candles. Now the thing is, we need to get above $9.12. If we can get above $9.12, this could be a reversal. As you see, but we have this trend line right here we have to get above. We have this EMA we have to get above, and then this last trend line at 950, and we could see a bull flag breakout. So things are looking extremely bullish in the charts right now. I think it is very, very important for you guys to understand that if you're not getting into ICP right now and you're waiting for lower prices, it's going to be a very hard market for you, because if you look at that on the opposite of that, you're going to try to sell ICP at its highest point, and then by the time you get to it, ICP is going to dump way down, and you have not sold your ICP, and you're going to wait for it to go up again, and it's not going to go up again. So I am here to show you the way to make money, and it's to buy ICP at 892. That's all it is. Dollar cost average at really good prices. As the price goes down, you want a dollar cost average. You want to get as much ICP. When we dump to $6, if you miss that, we are at 891 right now. We pumped to $10 in a day. It's no problem to go to $12. As soon as the market recovers, we're going way up. There is no doubt in my mind that ICP has the capabilities to go 25x from where we are right now, whether it be somewhere under $200. But honestly, I'm selling based on one thing is price, and I'm selling one thing based on the time where we are in the market. Now, if I see ICP to go to $190, we are somewhere around July of next year. I am selling all of my ICP. And does that mean that I'm out of ICP? Absolutely not. I'm selling all my CKB, my Bitcoin, Jasmine, everything. And I'm telling you why. Because I'm going to buy it again. I want to sell at the highest price possible and then buy the best cryptos at the lowest price possible in the bear market. And that's what I'm going to do every single cycle with ICP until the cycles break. Until the cycles break, we're going to make money. We're going to have fun. We're going to go on trips to meet people. We're going to get good jobs, and we're going to make a shit ton of money in crypto together. And so that's the goal. And in order to do that, you guys need to understand that you do not need to wait for the price to go lower when it's at $8.91. When it's at $21, when we just pumped from $3, you need to wait for the price to stabilize, or you need to wait and see what the rest of the market does. But when Bitcoin sits at a resistance level at 70,000 for weeks upon weeks, can't break above it, we are going to dump. And that's how I knew we were dumping in June. I told you before it happened. And so that's just the thing. It's really imperative that you guys understand that. I hate talking like at you guys, but I care. That's why I made these videos, because I was making a shit ton of money in crypto and nobody in my real life would listen to me. I found a group of people online from all over the world that enjoy the same things that I do. A lot of people have the same Christian faith that I do. I'm not a perfect person. I'm not a saint by any chance, and that's why I need Jesus to save me from some of the things that I do. And it doesn't mean that I go do bad things, but if I do mess up, then I'm safe. But I believe that we're all going to be blessed in this market. I do not ask God to give me gains in crypto, but I ask him for the knowledge to do what I need to do to be a success in my life. And that's the way that I believe. So he says, oh, you were a Voyager guy. Okay, one of my good friends, Crypto Airborne, he also has a channel. Renegade! It's Victor, man. This is the first time I've ever seen you on one of my lives, my friend. You need to come to the events. It's so much fun, bro. I know you're taking care of your chitlins, but in the future, you need to go to events. And did you know that they have CKBTC at the universities to pay for stuff now, Victor, if you missed that part? So he says, I never send my ICP coins to my NNS, never know. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you had, so I'm keeping my coins on the NNS. My Neuron is unlocked and I haven't even dispersed it yet. The NNS has kept my crypto safe for a couple of years now. We went from $3 where I didn't have hardly anything to $21, and I lost over $10,000 in like 2 months, but I'm still up over like $7,000 in my holdings. So I'm not going to sell until ICP is at a good price, and I keep my shit on the NNS. I really do. And I'm going to keep it there for now. Community takeover Red Hat. I know you're trying to pump your bags, and I'm thinking about getting into Red Hat because I heard some of the things that they were doing over there, and my boys were like, yeah, Red Hat, Red Hat. So I'm actually interested in what they're doing, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to invest. It just means I'm going to take a look at it, and maybe if it's at a good price, I might buy some. For sure. Yeah. I mean, most of the time I'm pretty good at judging the cycles and judging every aspect of the market, but there's so many unknowns, and that's just what crypto is. And like I made a video, that's the most important video that I've ever made, by the way, is telling you guys you will lose in crypto if you fall for this. And it doesn't mean, do I want you to lose? No. Don't fall for this, guys. And what it is when the price dumps a lot, people trade their cryptos for other cryptos. Now, Amy, Space Ape's wife, very, very good friend of mine. She's a great lady. She did a genius move. She took money out of SHIB when it was not moving very much and put it in Internet Computer when it was at $6. And so that's a good move, I would say, coming from a meme coin into a non-meme coin, but that's still risky. And I never advocate for trading crypto for crypto, guys. So this is a lesson that I learned the hard way. As soon as you trade a crypto for a crypto, 90%, you can get lucky 10% of the time, but 90% of the time, the crypto that you traded for the other crypto is going to go up, and the crypto that you traded it for is going to go down. And so that's very risky. So what I recommend is when you have your crypto, have a plan going into it, because that's not a plan going into it. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. And she did the smart move, and I might have done that too in that one situation out of 10 billion. But to trade your crypto for another crypto, one is probably going against your original plan, because you didn't plan, okay, 3 months into this, I'm going to trade my Shiba Inu for ICP. Now, like I said, there are exceptions to that, but most of the time you're going to get dunked on with any. So what you need to understand is, say I buy Shiba Inu. Well, I'm going to buy Shiba Inu, and the Shiba Inu is Shiba Inu. I'm not trading it for other cryptos. I don't know how many people have lost their asses by trading one crypto for another. So what I do is I allocate a certain percentage of my portfolio to meme coins, and then I'll pick my top 3 meme coins. Like mine are EXE, let's see, probably Billy, and Renegade, and maybe Red Hat next. But then what I would do is I'd allocate a certain portion of the percentage of my entire portfolio between those 3 meme coins. And then I would put more, say, in Renegade, because I believe in Renegade. It's going to be a game. You know, the token is still going to be integrated into the game. We're not taking the meme coin out, but it's a good way to have meme coin contests, meme coin parties, and stuff like that. But then what I would do is just say, okay, I'm going to sell this. When it either goes down and I lose this amount of money, it's like a stop loss for futures trading, but you have it with your regular, crypto, and you say, okay, if I put $1,000 in there, if I lose 200 of that $1,000, I am going to get out of this crypto, or whatever plan you have. If you're like, I'm holding it for the long term till the bull market, that's a great plan too. Just whatever your plan is. Okay, and then I'm going to sell it if it goes to this price, and I'm going to take profit if it goes to this price. And then you stick with that. You keep it in your journal. You keep it, to that plan, because if you vary from that plan, you're probably going to get wrecked. And so my plan, I told you what it was. I'm keeping my stuff locked up in the NNS, whether it's getting rewards or not, because it's safe and secure there. Nobody can access my crypto. I'm going to have it for next year. And so then I'm going to sell. And that has been the plan from the very beginning. If you guys have followed my channel for years, that was the plan. Okay, now you can allocate 5% of your portfolio to just do whatever the hell you want with too. You can be a degen. Just make sure it's part of your plan. Be like, I'm going to take 5%. I'm not going to have a plan for this 5% exactly. I'm going to take this much money and I'm going to degen it. I'm going to futures trade, buy meme coins, trade cryptos. Fine. That's a great plan, because it's a plan. You only use part of your portfolio, a very small percentage of it, right? 1% or something to just play with. So, Claudio, I am handling the socials for Red. Oh, okay, that changes things. So another dev G at another project. So Red Hat. Okay. Well, I support you 100%, Victor. So, I mean, if you're part of the project, I'm down. Rebuying range 670 to 780. Okay, Claudio, I love you, man. Okay, now if you have some orders in at 890, you're doing great. And then you have orders in at 780, 670. I love you, man. But if you are waiting and you're not buying ICP at $8.90, it's going to be a very hard market for you, Claudio. And I just want to see you succeed. So, because it could just go up to $20 like really quick, and then you'll never see. Not saying we're not going to, because that is what the TA says. If we break down, we could see that 750 range. But what I'm saying, if you're not buying at 892 and you're just waiting for 780 to 670, then it's gonna get difficult for you to sell at the top as well and not make as much profit. But if you have those orders leveled, you're a genius and you're gonna do great. Yeah, I mean, 7 parts, whatever. 1, 2, 4. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah. I mean, Victor gets it. Damn, I really wish we could meet, man. Yeah, so if you have $700, 100, 200, 400, right? So yeah, that's the perfect way to do it. But don't just not buy ICP at this level, is what I'm saying. So, all right, guys, it's getting late now. I have to go work because I still have my garbage job until I get my internet here. And then I don't have to be a driver no more. I don't have to put on like dating apps. I'm a delivery driver, which I don't, but it's hard to put content creator because then women think you're scamming. Like you don't, and then there's hella scamming women on there. You don't know how many scammers are trying to get me to go to WhatsApp. So it's kind of funny though. Yeah, I mean, it's going to. Like, not that it could just rocket up. It's going to rocket up. That's all there is to that. It 100%. It just when. When is it going to rocket up? So are we going to go lower before it rockets up? I'm not taking the chances on buying at 892. All right, guys. That being said, goodbye and good ICP. Bang!